Hello. Wait, can you hear me? Happy Tuesday. We are back from a long 3 day, well, probably a little bit longer for some people, some folks that have vacation days. But it was a holiday here in the U.S. yesterday and Monday, so this Tuesday is the new Monday. Well, I was a whole day off last week, so my schedule was completely thrown off. I forgot it was a holiday weekend, so new beginnings. So today's Tuesday. We are here for the Tuesday Live, and I am so excited to see a bunch of you here in the chat already. So what we usually do on Tuesday Lives is we introduce ourselves in the comments and say hello and say where we are joining the live from. That way you might be able to meet some neighbors probably or someone that's in your area, and you never know, right? So let's go and say hello. Nancy's joining us from Western New York, sunny for 2 days. Hooray! And oh, rain expected tomorrow. But if you're needing some rain, that sounds wonderful. Oh, Lori. Nancy has a sister named Lori. Oh, love this, love this, love this so much. And Lori's here. She's here early from very cloudy Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So because we have lots of non-US members joining us on their lives, I usually ask right out the state you're in because I forget them too sometimes with the abbreviations. Not gonna lie. So it's always helpful. So thank you so much, Nancy and Lori, for writing those out. Let's see. And Hannes joining us from Denmark. Love it. Oh, it's rainy there too. I think they there was like a forecast of 1% rain here, which means that's not gonna happen. And Nancy says, I made it on time this week. Yay! Well, you're never late, Nancy. You can always catch the replay. And Susan's joining us from Canada. I just happen to know. And Carol's joining us. Hello, Carol. Yay! And Laura says, yes and yes. Oh, wait, now I don't know what you were saying yes and yes to, but yay. Let's see here. And Terry's joining us from chilly and rainy Maryland, working on Heximagic 26 while I watch. Oh, can't wait to see. See, Sonia is the one that got you all in more pieces department this week. Because Sonia goes, oh, it's so easy, right? All right, let's make next week's a little more complicated. Well, I think it's nice that we in the EPP society we have a new Hexi Magic block coming out each Monday. So one week it's a little bit easier, and the next week it's a little more intricate with more pieces. So I think it's nice to like vary them from week to week, right? So it gives you a little breathing room to catch up if you feel like you're falling behind or you need a little more time with one of them. But just know there's no rush ever. And then we also have Zaza's joining us. Yay! Let's see. And Diane's joining us from Arizona. Hi, Diane. And Sonia's joining us from Puerto Rico. Oh, it stopped raining for a while. Oh, good, good, good. Good for you. Let's see here. Oh, Nancy cut her lawn today and planted, container veggies. What kind of veggies are you going to plant, Nancy? I would love to know. We actually planted lots of Korean herbs and whatnots and lettuce. Oh, lettuce was so good when we planted it in our backyard a few years back. It was so yummy. And that's about it. My squash didn't do so well. Cucumbers, nah, didn't do so well. But lettuce was growing really well. So I can grow lettuce, that I know. Let's see here. Oh, seeing and hearing you. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Lori. I think we need like threaded comments on YouTube too, where we know which comment we're replying to. Let's see here. It also says it's been wet and cold here in Scotland this weekend, but the sun came back out today. My peonies are ruined. Oh no! Wait. Do they not like the sun, or it's too hot, or it's too much rain? Which one is it? Uh. Oh yeah, Sonia won't say it again. No, no. She's referring to, oh, if she says it's too easy, we make it harder. Oh, Angie! First time you're here with us. Yay! Welcome! Let's see. We're so glad you're here. Let's see. Uh, 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 uh. Let's see here. Uh, uh, uh. Oh, tomatoes, peppers, and herbs. Oh, nice. Oh, tomatoes are always fun, right? I want to learn how to grow Thai chili peppers because I love those, but I have yet to see where you don't have to start from seed. Because I think it's easier when you have the little sproutlings or whatever they're called to grow them from that stage. But yeah, I'm on the hunt. Oh, so Salsa asked, "Can you grow anything in Las Vegas?" So I actually started following Facebook group that shows what kind of not native and non-native plants or vegetables or decorative like shrubs, whatever's that you can plant during what time of the year that survives the Las Vegas heat. So yeah, it's interesting. And I'm so surprised, Zaza, too. The parks here, they're like amazing. They're so green and lush. Granted, they water them like there's no tomorrow, but wow. I was so shocked. I thought we were gonna just have to walk around in like desert. But little did I know. It's that yeah, so yeah, they have quite a few native plants too. That I've never seen in California either. So it's really fun to explore in the parks here. Let's see here. Uh oh, Wendy is joining us from Eastern Iowa. 72 degrees. Oh, that's like the perfect weather, I think. Yes, love that. Oh, so Sasa says that peonies don't like rain getting into the flower buds just as they open. Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. But they're so beautiful when they poof, open up, right? Yeah. Sunny and warm in Canada. Jenny! I miss you from cloudy Colorado. Hope you've been staying busy. Let's see here. And 74 degrees in New York. Wow. So everyone's having lush and wonderful weather while I'm suffering through the heat. I think it was 98 yesterday, and today's not quite as hot, but thank God for AC. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So if you noticed in the EPP Collective, our free Facebook group, you have lots of members, and I'm starting to see like the rotation of the similar questions coming up where people are like, want to learn EPP. Where do I get started? Like, what do I do? Right? And let me just make sure I am showing on Facebook too. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Right. Let's see. Let's see. Am I on Facebook? Hello. I think it shows that I am live. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share this to the EPP collective for folks that don't want to join us on YouTube or are not able to. Hi everyone, we're live on YouTube if you'd like to join us. And let's go tag. Let's see how many people will see this, but there we go. Sharing to the EPP collective. Yay! And let's see. So we're gonna go over getting started with EPP, right? I think one of the perks of EPP and getting started with it, unlike other quilting niches, is that you don't need a whole lot to get started. All you need is fabric, thread, and uh, paper pieces, and I prefer to glue base, so like a glue stick, yeah. And super easy to get started. You don't need to start with expensive fabric. You can play around with whatever you have in your stash. If you do not have anything in your stash, that there's a lot of big box stores that you can go and just pick up a few fat quarters or little bundles of fabric to play with. So I think it's very very friendly, easy hobby to get started with. Let's see here. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, as Zaza said, I meant would you grow veggies, etc., in your garden, or would the cost of water be too much? So there's quite one thing I do appreciate compared to California is that they have very strict watering regulations here in Nevada, which is good, right? Because it's so hot, you don't want to have people wasting water, yeah, right? And I don't know if veggies just growing it straight in the backyard would be so good, maybe in a greenhouse, but yeah, for right now, I'm not gonna grow veggies because my backyard is like artificial grass. It's so and I don't wanna touch it. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it and just buy my vegetables from the grocery store. Plus, I think it's too late to plant them. I should have, if I wanted to plant vegetables here, I should have done that in like February ish. I think yeah. That's what we did in the high desert, like in uh by Apple Valley, Hesperia, Victorville area. We started in February and they grew out really nicely. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Did I miss anything? I just wanted to make sure our post inside the EPP collective went in. Hold on. Let me see. I did send out an email too, so hopefully people got it. But YouTube, there's always the replay, right? I live for replays because sometimes you have stuff coming up in your schedule and it doesn't make sense to stress about it. So, yeah, if you're here, you're watching the replay. Hello, friends. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with EPP. Like I was saying, lots of new members in the EPP collective. We're now at almost 52,000 members. Ah, see how many people want to like enjoy EPP. That's so fun. Oh, Daphne is here from Big Island of Hawaii. Aloha! Yay! Woo. So glad you made it. Um, Oh yeah, so even Susan says we don't usually plan outside until Victoria weekend, long weekend. Oh, when's Victoria weekend? Susan, you must share with us. Oh, Nancy has portable planters from Vigo Garden. They're having a sale. Oh, I've seen those tower looking things where you can actually they're on wheels and they're not what's it called hydro hydroponics or something. That's you just water with water. They're not in dirt at all. It's just watering system something. But those look pretty cool too, and those I think you can grow inside. But I think you have to have like the artificial lighting on them to make them feel like they're in the sun, right? Okay, all right. I just checked and we are showing up in the EPP collective. Woo! And Lucy's Batik Hexi Magic versions are just like ploop popping up. I love them. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and heart hers. Yay! All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with EPP. Let me go ahead and switch the camera view so that you can see what I am doing. Let me switch to overhead. There we go. And like I was saying, you don't need a whole lot to get started with EPP. Grab a piece of scrap fabric here, just like scrap fabric that I have for making samples, a few papers, and then like I said, I prefer to glue based, and I just use regular good old school glue. This is washable school glue that the kiddos use in school and adults too. And I think because it's non-toxic, technically you could eat it, but do not eat it. Yes, there's a choking hazard, so don't chew on the lid, or the cap. But then this one, I like the disappearing purple because it glues on purple. I'm just gonna show here, but it'll actually dry clear. And I think I also happen to have the regular white one here. So I use both interchangeably, but see how the purple one that we just put on here a little bit, it dried clear already, right? You barely see it. And as it dries even further, you'll see that it completely disappears, the coloring. I'll put again. And it's not, well, it's some kind of magic. I don't know what they have in this formula that makes it disappear. See? And it'll just slowly fade away as it dries. Um, uh, Granted, don't put like a whole chunk of glue on because then that will discolor your fabric. So we don't want to do that, right? So glue sticks. And my favorite thread, if you prefer 100% cotton thread, please do use that, whatever you prefer. There's no, hard rule what kind of thread you can use. But the finer the thread, the easier it's going to be for you to baste or sew your pieces together. Let's get the focus on the camera here. And this happens to be one of my favorite threads. I tend to sew all my pieces together with this thread, and it's off, kind of like little off whitish, and it's called Superior Threads, as you can see here. And it's the bottom line collection, and it's a 60 weight, 100% polyester thread. It's very, very strong and sturdy. So, all my garment makers, we used to use a lot of Gutermann 100% polyester thread for fashion design, but this one is 60 weight, so very, very fine, and it's called Natural White. I'm using the big spool here, but they have the smaller ones too, like this size. And this one I have in a dark, dark navy, I think navy, like navy blue. Color is 649. Very, very close to black. At the time when I was looking for black, they didn't have any black in this size. So I ended up buying this super, super dark navy, and you can't even tell that it's navy. So these are the two sizes that you can choose from. And then we also have needles, right? This is my favorite needle that I'm using here. You can see that it's a little bent. Totally fine because it's a very, very skinny needle. You can see that. And it's one of these, John James. So you can kind of tell what it's called. And it's called let me move this, milliner's needle. And the eye is as skinny as the needle itself. So if you look at regular sewing needles, the eye bulges out a little bit, but this one is the same width as the needle itself, so it actually glides through your fabric really nicely. And my favorite is the size 11 that you can see up top. But definitely first try the ones that I recommend, and then if you're like, oh, I hate it, it's too skinny or it's too bendy and I want to try something else, then always experiment with other needles as well. And as you can see, the milliner's needles come in different brands as well. This is Richard Hemming and Son, same milliner's, size 11 as the John James. So these two I use interchangeably. And then lately, one of my favorites too that are not quite as bendy are the Clover Black Gold needles here. And I like to get the variety pack if I'm getting started so I can try the different lengths and thicknesses of the needles. And I just happen to like size 10 the most, so that's the only one I buy now. But you see the three different sizes here. So it's good to experiment because everyone's going to have their own favorite or their own preference, what feels good in your hand as you're sewing. So stick to that. There's no hard rule about needles, but the skinnier, the easier it goes through your fabric. You don't want thick and we don't want dull needles. We want them to be very, very sharp. So sharp that when you prick yourself, you start bleeding and go cursing in a corner where nobody can see you. Okay? Let's see here. Let's see if I miss any questions. If I'm going too fast, just let me know too. Let's see here. Roberta, you made it! Yay! So glad. Let's see here. Let's see. And Teresa's joining us from Georgia, Metro Atlanta. Thank you. Welcome. We're so glad you made it today. Yes, do not eat school glue. Even though it's not toxic, we don't want to eat it. Let's see here. Right? Yeah, I just tend to stick with this for every single color project I use, but you can definitely color match if you feel more comfortable doing that. Again, there's no hard rule about that. We're going to throw that loose thread piece away. Let's see here. Cherry, yay! So glad you made it. And yeah, Nancy uses a neutral color thread. Lots of folks like to use like an like a soft beigey taupey color, or even a grayish tone that kind of blends in with all the colors of the rainbow, right? So definitely experiment with thread, but I think just white or off-white is something that's going to be easy for you to find. If you do happen to have a quilt shop near you, they're more than likely going to carry this brand or something similar. Just let them know that you're looking for thread to EPP with, and then they'll be able to help you out. Let's see here. Oh, see, Susan's using green for her Christmas tree and gray on the 2-inch hexies. Yes, yeah, totally makes sense. That way your thread color just blends in very, very nicely. And Sasa said, I like the Clover Black Gold applique needle, size 10 or 11. Yes. See? And I went through lots of different needles and I just happened to land on these as my favorites. Same with the thread. I have so much thread that I bought and I'm not crazy about, but you know, unless you experiment, you won't really know. Let's see. Yes, no EPP police here. No quilt police. And Virginia is watching from rainy Arkansas. The sun is so badly needed. We will send you some here from Las Vegas to you, Virginia. And I'll take some of your rain. Send it over. Let's see. Hello, Renee. All right, so glad you joined us. Okay, so we have the basics of the supplies covered. And let me just go ahead and get a little piece of thread here since I messed up the other one. Oh yeah, of course, and you're going to need a pair of scissors too. These are little great snips for threads. And then I like to use these big hunkers, same brand. Karen K Buckley scissors. And this one I like because I can just put all my whole hand through the handle here, and just gives me lots of extra cutting power. And I do try to remember to put the cap on, because I dropped this one on my foot once. Oh, it was not joyful. All right, let me go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and put the thread my needle here. And also, if you have any advice on bug repellent, I'm all open. I am a bug attracting human. They like to chomp on me, as you can see. But I still go outside. I'm not gonna let them deter me from enjoying the outdoors. But yes, if you have any, not something that doesn't smell all funky and doesn't look all like powdery, like you look like a ghost after you spray it on. Yes, if you have any recommendations and something natural, perhaps, because my dog likes to lick me. I don't want him to lick, the bug repellent. Then I would so much appreciate it. So I just have a little scrap piece of fabric here, and then I have 1 inch hexagon papers. There's lots of there used to be hexagon punches. I think those are I don't think Fiskars make those anymore. But then you can find other non-Fiskars punches on Amazon. If you are looking at punches that are made for scrapbooking, let me actually hold on. Oh, where am I? Here's my face. If you're looking for punches on Amazon, what you'll find that they're mostly geared towards scrapbookers, and they measure their hexagons a little bit differently from us EPPers. So this is a 1 inch hexagon, and a 1 inch hexagon is 2 inches wide from tip to tip. So more than likely, if you see a punch on Amazon, it's going to say a 2 inch hexagon. That means it's the correct 1 inch hexagon for us EPPers. I know it's like, what? And if it says that it's a 1 inch hexagon, then it's only ½ inch sides. So it's a little tiny sucker. So you want to look for, if it's geared towards scrapbookers, look for a 2 inch hexagon. And then try to see in the description if they explain that it's 2 inches wide from tip to tip. And then you know that you got the 1 inch hexagon that we need for EPP, where we actually measure our hexagon by all these sides that are 1 inch. Okay? So I got one. And then we also have two different seam allowance preferences that people like to use. I'm just gonna slather on a little bit of glue here. And I think I can do it this way. Yes. Yeah, let me do it this way so I can show with the seam allowance better. Let me grab a ruler. And I prefer a 1/4 inch. I'm just going to draw this out so you can see the difference. Let's see here. There are acrylic templates you can get, but I wanted to keep this very easy for any new person starting with EPP to get started without any of the nice to have tools and notions like acrylic templates. Okay, so as you can see, that's a 1/4 inch seam allowance around the paper template. So you need to add a seam allowance around the paper because we're going to cut along this line and baste it over the paper, right? And if I prefer a little bit wider of a seam allowance, then you would do 3/8. Let me draw that too outside. Oh, barely enough. I think you can see the line, yes. And then we have 3/8 over here too. And 3/8 over here as well. I draw 3/8 on this side. And can I squeeze in a line? Yes, I can. Hooray! So these are the two different seam allowances that you're seeing here. The inside line is a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and the outside line is a 3/8. I prefer a 1/4, but I shall cut along the 3/8 just so you see it better. And I just put a little piece of glue on the paper before putting on the fabric just so that it would stay put while I was tracing the seam allowance. Now, this is just for demonstration purposes, but you can definitely eyeball the seam allowance too. You don't have to sit and draw it out every time. Let's go trim that and trim this side too. And push it over to the side. So now we got a 1-inch hexagon with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance fabric attached to it. Let's go ahead and baste it. So I like to use glue. And the one thing you want to look out for when you're gluing, don't put it all the way to the edge here. You want to try to avoid getting the glue on the edge of the paper because that's where you're going to sew through your fabric right along the edge. And if there's a lot of gunky glue that's dried and it's hard for the needle to get through, you know, oh, I put a little too much glue too close to the edge. So we try to avoid that. But you know, if it happens, right? And we just, keep on going. So I'm going to put this glue down so, like so. I'm putting a little bit extra just so you can see. So do as I say, not as I do. So you don't need this much glue. It's just for it to pick up here on the camera. And I like to put the glue all the way to the seam allowance as well. That way when I fold the fabric over, and then do not pull the fabric, just softly bend it over and then just push it down. And it holds it down all the way because I put the glue on the seam allowance as well. And then I just go around. I'm a righty, so I like to go clockwise. If you're lefty, you might like to go counterclockwise. No wrong way or right way this time either. And just try to avoid getting the glue on the edge. Like so. And this is like a super meditative process too. I think sometimes I just like to see sitting based hexagons. It's very relaxing, especially if you're watching like a movie or you're enjoying family time with the family in front of the TV. You don't want to think about anything while your hands are busy. Glue pasting is like the thing. There we go. And we got one basted hexagon. Ta-da! So super easy, right? And even if it lifts up a little bit after you glue it, do not worry. Just let it sit. And then one thing I like to do, not all people like to do it, is just iron them with the hot iron. And that just sets the creases. I mean, it's like sets them. So it's not going to come undone. Let's see here. Let's see if I missed any questions. Susan thinks she uses number 11. Yeah, I mean, I think it's very popular size. It's like not too thick, not too long, not too short, not too skinny. It's like right in between. Let's see. Zaza says, I love the Karen K. Buckley scissors. They are very sharp. Yes, they are. And I learned it the hard way. Oh. And bug repellent, eat lots of garlic. Okay. I think I do eat a good decent amount of garlic, like Korean food. I like a lots of pasta dishes, so put a lot of garlic, but even more, keep all the vampires away too. Oh, and Sasa says the Avon Skin So Soft insect repellent doesn't smell bad but works very well. No dear ones for the dog. Oh, very good. Avon Skin So Soft. Okay, I'm gonna Google that one. And oh my God, have you tried their balm? Does it work? I follow them and I love their Instagram feed. And let's see, Homestead and Chill out of California. They have a bug off balm, and we are in Pennsylvania and use this all the time. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to order from them because I look at them like, could you really keep all the bugs off of me? But I'm glad you let me know. Yay! I'm gonna tell her when I order it. I'm like, oh, it was recommended. Oh, that sounds like a teeth, not deer. I was like, I will like look it up and see what it means afterwards. And Nancy likes a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Yeah, it's everyone has a preference, definitely. Sasa likes 1/4 inch seam allowance or less on smaller shapes and 3/8 on bigger pieces. But I'll stay consistent throughout a pattern. Yeah, I prefer. I think I go 1/4 inch. Here's back of one of my little hexagon, 1/2 inch hexagon projects, and see all the seam allowances are even here, all 1/4 inch. And I just like pretty backs, but they don't have to look like this. So do not fret if yours don't. But see, all the seam allowances are consistent, and they're all a quarter inch here. Oh, I love pretty bags. Let's see here. Let's see. Uh, oh, yes. And Nancy says a 1 inch hexi paper fits on a 2.5 inch charm square of fabric. Yes. Oh, let me show you what she means by that. So I got some fun Halloween mini charm packs. These are 2.5 inch squares, and that's what Nancy means that, oh, these 1 inch hexagon papers fit perfect on these. So I can put one here. And you don't even have to trim it if you don't want to. You could technically just go ahead and baste it with all the fabric around here. But if you do not want the bulk, I would go ahead and trim off these little corners that are wider than the seam allowance, okay? So mini charm packs are super fun. And this is a little Halloween pack from Pineapple Fabrics. I don't know when I got this. It's been a while. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, okay. And Teresa says I have 2 punches and use junk mail to make the paper part. Yes, that's very, very good. Lori Quilton a Day has Karen K. Buckley scissors on sale and free shipping in the USA. So Lori's talking about these scissors. It's Karen K. Buckley, along with these, and there's a turquoise in between size between these two. So there. Oh, let me share that again for those of you interested in the sale. Quilt in a Day, and they have a sale and free shipping in the USA. Ooh, go ahead and check it out. Let's see. And Renee says that the bug bomb works great. Oh my god, I'm so excited. You have no idea. Because I've been like, scratchy, scratchy. They tend to bite me on the, well, I guess because it's most exposed, my arms and my legs, right? And then I like to walk through the grass, so it doesn't help. Uh, Jenny says, I have heard that people that do not get attacked by bugs have a high concentration of vitamin B in their system. Oh, so I should chomp on vitamin B pills, tablets. Nom, 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 nom. That's really interesting. Huh. That is really interesting, Jenny. We have one in Scotland that's natural that repels the dreaded midges. Yeah, it's like something about bugs. They just love to chomp on me. Good morning. Just a bit late. You're not late at all, Elizabeth. We're so glad you made it. Oh, yes. Yeah, I never seen these on I think I got this one on an Amazon deal day for like $10, and that was just like insane. I haven't seen them back so low ever since. So yeah, if you find these on sale, go ahead and grab yourself a pair. They're very, very handy to have. And let's go ahead and see if any questions. Oh, let me check our Facebook group too, see if our friends have any questions there. I got a little excited about Bug Bomb. Let's see here. I don't see any questions on my page or inside the group. If you do catch the replay and you happen to have questions, please feel free to put them inside the Facebook group. If you're watching the replay in the Facebook group, you can just put the questions underneath the post and tag me, please. Because, yeah, because we got so many members, I miss a lot of the comments unless you tag me. And even then, so if I don't reply like in 24 to 48 hours, just tag me again. Let's see. Okay. Everything looks like it's working. Oh, let's see. Right, Jenny? Like we could go out. My husband doesn't get bitten, but here I come back with like 5 bug bites, and like I do shower. It's not that. Let's see. Uh. Oh, Nancy says Nature Made has gummy vitamins, including B vitamins. Yeah. I think I do. Do I take multivitamins? Yes, I do. But I think that I would require much more vitamin B to like repel the bugs. But Renee, I shall check out the bug bomb from Homestead and Chill. Yes, I love I love them. Yes, so much. Yay! All right. So we have the basted piece here, and because we have, it's so easy to baste them. I'll show you some of mine too here while we're here. I tend to baste the whole bunch at once. Oh my gosh. And fair warning, once you get into EPP and you start basting hexagons, this is what will happen to you too. So do not come back later and say, why did I start basting hexagons? These are just some of mine, and I'll just take them out from here. Just take out a variety. And I like to have them ready to go like this, because then I can just sit down and start sewing them together anytime I feel like it. And I just make 6 of one print and a center print, just so I have a hexagon flower. And when I say hexagon flower, I mean something like this. So I have the center hexagon, just like we basted a few minutes ago. And that I lost already. Where'd you go, little hexagon? Okay, it's decided. Oh, here we go. Just like we basted a few minutes ago. So I have a center white one. And then I pick 6 of the same print to go around to make a hexagon flower. And all of these are 6 of each, as you can see. So my goal is to cut 6 hexagons out of every fabric I have. So I have a sample of all the prints. So then I could just lay these out with my center white hexagon there and just sew these together. And then I grow my hexagon flowers. And if you do, you can decide to make a grandmother's flower garden quilt with these. Lots of different choices where you can make just a hexagon flower quilt. But I think hexagons are really great to get started with because you're not dealing with any of these little tails that stick out from the seam allowance, and everything's just tucked under nicely. Oh, see, this is one where you can just baste like a full square. So this is what it will look like on the back. Like so. And I'll show you some more. And the way I like to just lay these out and start stitching them, like, as long as I know the order, I just go around in a full circle and see how the sides are not attached yet. I'll do that some other time. But I like to have them all go around the sides so they're all attached to the center hexagon. Same here. Like this. And this is just really, really fun, portable project that you can take with you anywhere, everywhere, and then even start a conversation with people that might be interested in learning EPP from you. And then after that, it'll come together into a project-like looking thing like this, where I'm starting to attach them together. And this variation, it's hard to see because it was wrinkled up in a bag. It basically become a bigger version of the little mini quilt that I just showed you, like this one. I see. So these are all 1/2 inch hexagons. So if you're not into 1 inch, you can try 1/2 inch if you like a smaller project. And then I just did hexagon flowers. Same thing here. Then I did white hexagon flowers with the black and white gingham centers. And then started assembling them together. And for that, we actually had a coloring page. Let me show you. Try to print out one that would show it really well, the contrast. So this is based on this coloring page here, which is super fun for you to play with. Oh, let me put my cap on my glue. Let's see, I can try this. And you should be able to see the hexagon flower outlines here, right? Let me just color those in. And this way you can just start playing with the layout, where you want your different colors to go before you decide, like, oh, I want a row of all pink flowers perhaps, and a row of all yellow flowers, blue flowers, purple flowers. And then we can do, these represent my black and white gingham centers. So it's got the outline here, so you can kind of play with it. And if you are in the EPP collective, you'll see previous sew alongs that we did with the hexagon flower quilt and the hexagon diamond quilt. and our members share their progress photos, they should show up under the hashtags hexagon flower quilt or hexagon diamond quilt, or you can just type it in the search bar and they should pop up. What was I supposed to say? I think I forgot something, but yes. Genesis, I guess we just smell sweet. I think it's something like I bet bugs can smell something in the blood. I think that's what they like, right? Or is that just like a weird theory of mine? Salsa, it really is. I have like boxes and boxes full of basted hexies, and they're like basted half inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. And I think I have some 1.5 inch basted too, because no scrap left behind. We shall baste them all into hexagons, because they'll come in, handy one day or another. Let's see here. And Nancy says, I use 7 different fabrics in each of my hexi flowers for a charm quilt. No repeats. Yes, I love that. I love that. That is so fun. And Elizabeth, oh, that's so kind. Your mini quilt is very cute. See, like a mini variation version that I can show easy on screen. And then as you can see, it's the same thing as what I'm doing here, right? Like that. If I put it like so, you'll see. And these are 1 inch hexagons here. 1 inch hexagon flowers. And I am not ashamed to admit that, yes, I love basting hexagons and having a whole bunch. So we have this coloring page. And then we also have the hexagon diamond quilt that I mentioned. Whoops, we should show that. Hexagon diamond quilt. This coloring page that showed the hexagons in diamond formations. And just search hexagon diamond quilt and the EPP collective, and you'll see those. And if you are in the school group, you have access to these coloring pages already and hexagon templates that you can go ahead and download. Don't forget that. And let me go ahead. Where are we? I can actually show you where to find it. Let's see. Where are we? Screen sharing. Yeah. Ta-da! So this is in the EPP Society on School. So if you go to the classroom, see how it says classroom up top, and it says new to EPP. And then we have the hexagon flower quilting coloring page, and you have the templates for you to download here: 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. And I'm going to go back to the classroom, and there you have the hexagon diamond quilt coloring page. Again, hexagon templates. We have more sizes here if you want to go bigger or smaller. Brave is the EPPer doing a 1/4 inch hexagon quilt top. And then we have the quilt along replays, 7 videos. And the cover coloring page happens, let me zoom that up. That's by Robin. Robin Crawford, and she's a member in both the society and the collective. And see how pretty it is? And that's translated to her actual hexagon diamond blocks. Yay, so pretty. And Nancy says, charm quilts are also friendship quilts. Oh, I didn't know that. Trade fabrics with friends. Oh my gosh, Nancy, that's actually such an excellent idea. Yeah, right. I love it. And and Salsa says, I basted some of my favorite scraps onto hexies, and they are on display in a jar. Ooh, that is so pretty. I don't think you've shared it, Salsa. You have to share it so we can see. And not to show that I'm completely bonkers, but like I said, it's super easy just to sit and baste your hexagons. And I'll show you one pile. Do not laugh. Every time I show like my growing pile, people are like, you bonkers. So this is one of my piles of basted and partially sewn together hexagon flowers. And like I said, I'm working through my stash, making sure I get one from each of my prints. And like I said, I just attach them to the center hexagon, and then I just can come back here and just sew the sides together anytime I feel like it. And I don't have to worry about losing a hexagon in the process of transporting it somewhere. And I particularly love cherries and strawberries. As you can see, I made some doubles of this one. Yeah, so super fun. So I hope you get a chance to try out hexagon flowers. And if you do not have hexagon templates, there's a freebie for 1 inch hexagons that you can get here. Hexagon. Let me share the link. There we go. And let me share it on the monitor. It's elise.live/hexagon freebie. You can download these 1 inch hexagon papers. 1 inch. So you can go ahead and try out a hexagon flower or two. But fair warning, you'll be making more than a couple. And yes, my precious. Let's see here. Oh yes, there's lots of other shapes too, right? That you can play with. Oh, I did not know that Beth Donaldson wrote a book on charm quilts. That's so cool. Just in charm packs. So charm packs are 5 inches, and then we have mini charm packs like these that are 2.5 inch. So there's a lot of pre-cuts that you can play with that are available for quilters. But if you're like, I don't know, pre-cut quilt packs, mini charm packs. What are you talking about? Just 2.5 inch squares or 5 inch squares. 1 inch hexagons fit in these 2.5 inch squares perfectly, like so. So that's our little intro to EPP, just to make sure that our all our new members in the EPP collective, especially that are completely new to quilting. There, I've seen quite a few folks that are completely new to quilting as well, and everyone's offering them fair warning. You're going down a rabbit hole. There's no turning back. But these are the 1 inch hexagons, super fun to get started with. And like I said, you just need 6 of one print that goes around and a center, unless you want them all to be the same, and a center hexagon to tie them all together like so. Let's see. Let me share this link again. So if you need 1 inch hexagon templates, that's the link where you can go ahead and grab those. Let me see if you have any questions here. Hi, Candace. You just missed us almost. But I'm glad you made it so we could say hello. I know I can't get enough of hexies. I don't know. I think it's hexagons are like one of those shapes, even though everyone says they're sick and tired of hexagons, but then we somehow come back to them anyways, right? Because they're so calming. I swear they're like therapy hexagons. We should call them therapy hexagons. Yes. There's like something very meditative and calming, basting and just sewing the pe- petals to the center hexagon, right? And then you end up with a whole pile of really, really pretty hexagon flowers. And then, so I know lots of folks are in the pickup line picking, well, you almost summer vacation, right? Well, if you're on the pickup line, if you have them attached, you don't have to worry about losing a hexagon. You can just sit and sew these together in the car while you're waiting for your pickups or drop offs, whatever it is. Or if you're standing in line at the supermarket and the line's super long and the cashiers are like overwhelmed, you can just stand and relax in line, sew your hexagon flowers together. Do not stress. Enjoy life, right? So yeah, anywhere you can go where they allow a little needle and a scissor, yes, you can sew your hexagon flowers. Let's see. And Candace says, hexagon flowers, hexagons are worse than chips. Just can't stop with one. That should be like a saying. Yes. But yeah, I agree. It's very, very true. First shape I got into when I EPP was a 1/2 inch hexagon and I was hooked. There's like no turning back. Yes, and hexagons can definitely be matched with lots of different shapes. But I just want to make sure our beginners can get started with these hexagons so they can try them out and they'll be able to discover in future lives, how we can combine them with other shapes as well. Yeah. But yes, like Nancy said, they can be combined with half hexagons, diamonds, kites, and lots of fun to be had with hexagons. And if you want access to all the goodies, like I was sharing earlier, please come and join us in the school group. That's usually we have the big Facebook group, but the school group is usually where I hang out most of the time. Let me share the ticker here for the school group too. Fancy, right? Oh, and I chopped off like 5 inches on my hair. So school.com/EPP, that's where you can find all the goodies that we're showing you earlier inside the classroom. So they're all there for you when you join. And also, this week we had a super fun Hexi Magic block come out into the group. Now I have to give you a sneak peek. Sonia usually finishes in like a few hours. So this one took extra long. She took like a whole day. Good lord. Let me share Sonia's with you so you can just see. She did an excellent job. Let's see here. Where are we? Yes. Let me zoom up. So this is the Hexi Magic block for this week. So if you join us inside the EPP society, you'll get access to this block right away. And then if you join us on annual member, as an annual member, you get access to all previous blocks that have been released inside the group as well. And we're on number 26, as you can see. And then there's a few bonus blocks in there as well. So let's see any other questions about EPP. Oh, yes, and this was Robin's catching up on the Hexi Magic blocks. As you can see, lots of folks are sharing their Hexi Magic blocks. So fun. Ooh, how pretty is this one? Oh, I missed this. Love it. Lovely, lovely. Yes. Oh my god, look at the fussy cut kitty cats. Oh, so pretty. I love it. Well done, Patty. Well done. I can't wait to go back and check them out some more. And if you're into boutiques, make sure you check out Lucy's Hexi Magic blocks that she's making in new versions in boutiques. She has lots of boutiques and they're all looking so good. Let's see here. Yes. And we would love to see you all inside the school group. And then this is what it looks like on the sign up page. So it's $7 a month. So there is a cost involved, but you can cancel anytime. And if you don't like us, you can just try us out for a month and say adios, amigos. Just leave if you like. But we would love for you to stay with us as an annual member, of course. You can download past Hexi Magic blocks as an annual member, Nancy. So that's why people have the option when they join as an annual member. Ta-da, like this. It shows that they can get access to all of them. But every week there's a new block released. So members download the block of the week when it comes out on Monday, and then they have until the following Monday to download that block when it's replaced by the next one. Let's see here. Yes, those cats were so cool. All right, let me switch back. And I don't see any questions inside the collective. Friends, our new friends here. Oh yeah, the reach on my, because I mentioned YouTube Live, it's not getting good reach in the group. So, but hopefully more members will be able to see it and see if they have any questions as they come in. I'll try to answer them. Let's see here. Okay. Ah! So this is the last live for May. Can you believe it? We're going into June already. Ah! What's that? Home Alone. Ah! that look is in my head right now. So we're going into June. So I'll see you in June next week. Same time, same place. And I look forward to seeing your hexagon flowers if you haven't started with EPP yet, or even if you are an established or long time experienced EPPer. I would love to see your hexagon flowers too. There's never too late to start some more hexagon flowers, right? And I do share them in the EPP Collective on Facebook. If you do not have the link, here's the link to join the group on Facebook since we're chit chatting here on YouTube. Let's see here. I shared the link to the Facebook group. Here we go. Ugh, it won't let me show it. Oh, it's like teeny tiny. There we go. That's the link to the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/English paper piecing. So very straightforward. You're welcome to join us in the EPP collective with almost 52,000 members. Or if you like a more intimate group and access to more templates and the Hexi Magic blocks, then come join us in the school group here, school.com/EPP. That's the EPP Society. And I will see you all same time, same place next week. Have a great week, friends, and I'll see you in June. Ah, bye.